my Science Olympiad students, you may have seen another video I cut together like this. Just need something fairly brainless to do. I have some old footage I took as just an experiment with, I was loaned a camcorder to try out, and so I took some footage on the way back from Bismarck back home. Just stopped at a bunch of different places, tried doing the whole walking and, pretend this is a camera, walking and talking into the camera like this thing, and I tried showing a few places. I definitely has the shaky cam thing going on. I will try to use some image stabilization to improve parts of it, but anyway, hope you get something out of it. So enjoy. I may try and visit some of these places again. We'll see. So, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Well, hello. I'm here in Judson, North Dakota at Sweet Briar Lake. I want to give all you aspiring videographers a little piece of advice that I just learned. If you're trying out a microphone, can you see it? If you're trying out a microphone, make sure it's turned on before you record anything. So, I am recording all this for the second time. So, I'm just trying out some Steadicam stuff for my walking and talking videos where I go explore places. So you can see I am here at Sweet Briar Lake. It's, nothing amazing. It's a lake. I'm pretty sure it's a man-made lake, so let's just sort of pan around it. As you probably have heard, it's right along the interstate. And it's still covered with ice, although I wouldn't go out on that ice. Not at this time of year. I was actually in Bismarck. I was taking a class. It's called STEAM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. It's about integrating all three of them. We did some studies on wind turbines this time. How you can do different measurements and integrate the engineering and mathematics into it. It's related to a class I might be teaching next year called STEM, which is how do I explain it? It's, science, technology, engineering, and math without the art, but art is becoming more of it. When I say art, that includes writing, because we need to be able to communicate, and we need to teach our students to communicate. So that was part of it, and it was interesting. So I'm learning a lot about this. So I'm going to head on to New Salem right now, and I don't know if you'll see anything there, but I'll add some more of this video. Maybe I'll talk about some stuff with the channel just to give this video a point more than me trying out microphone and how to hold the camera steady. I have to say, North Dakota has some, make sure my microphone's on. North Dakota has some very nice rest stops, and they all have a theme. This one's kind of an Earth Lodge theme. Now, I've already been in there, and I was just going to show you the outside, but I saw a couple of things, and I'm going to just do a little free advertising for North Dakota as long as nobody comes in. If somebody comes in, we're done. I'm too shy. But, they've got some nice places to eat. Now, there's a trucker coming in, but I might get a chance. So, nice deck around this thing. So hopefully I beat the trucker inside. But yeah, pretty nice. Like I said, this one has an Earth Lodge theme. You can visit and figure it out. We're just past, what's the name of the town? I can't remember. Almont. This actor is kind of the face of tourism publicity in North Dakota. Can't remember his name. Josh Duhamel and son Axel. I can't think of anything he's been in, but he must be in something if they're using him as the face of North Dakota. Just a couple of places here. I was just going to point out before this trucker gets here. Manfred Museum, very cool. It's an old town they've restored. Cody Threshing Show. Mata Hay Trail if you're into mountain biking. Medora, Theodore Roosevelt. Lots of things to see. And this is covering like one part. James River Valley in the east, that's nice. Carrington. So yeah, lots of things to see here. But here he comes, I'm gonna be shy now. I'm back outside now, standing on the deck. That's still snow. What is it, April 1st? Is that my April Fool's joke? And yeah, the thing has quite a deck. I'm not sure what they do with it, but it exists. So I will admit it, I'm a little shy about recording in front of people, talking to a camera while especially like looking at all the tourist brochures, I feel weird, especially in a rest stop. But North Dakota rest stops are a different class than in some of the states I've visited. Some of the states I've visited, they're just awful and kind of scary. Some of the states I visited, they're just big stores or mini malls or something, especially if the state has a tollway. But anyway, I'm getting back in the car because headed on to Dickinson unless I see somewhere fun to stop. So I haven't said too much yet about the future of this channel, but something else came up. I just passed Richardson, and that's kind of an interesting tell in the interstate. I have a neat picture of this ethanol plant that I took at night a few years ago. If you do a long exposure, the lights turn into star shapes. So that was kind of fun. I just was amused by that sign there. That was just kind of cool. As far as the town of Richardson, it's kind of small. There's the school. They are building a new school. So I'm actually, that's what inspired me to stop here, to tell the truth. Let's see, over there. Can't tell where I'm at because I'm kind of zoomed. That's just cool. I passed it. So that is the Richardson Abbey. I will take you for a closer look. There is a competing church. It hardly compares, doesn't it? All right, so yeah, I'm in Richardson, and we'll see what happens. So I'm here at the Richardson School. This is going to be replaced. They're actually going to build the new school over there, and it's time. This school's in really tough shape. It was built, I'm told, for a lifespan of 15 years, and it's well past this, because that was back in the 60s. Structural engineers have looked at it, and they've said with a few classrooms they wouldn't let their own kids go to school there, so something they need. Now, one thing Richardson does have, which I hope goes into the new building, and you can just barely see it there behind the spruce trees, that is a tech building. It's amazing. I wish we had that at my school, and we're at least twice the size of Richardson. They are going to keep the gym, so somehow right around there they're going to put on the addition that goes over here. Now, Richardson does suffer a bit because of its location. It's very close to, let's zoom out. It is very close to Dickinson, so it doesn't have much of a downtown. Even so, I think they're on the right track. So, yeah, and it is a good school, and there's some good things in this town, just not a lot of shopping. But they do have a grocery store now that was built as kind of part of a public-private partnership, which I'm not sure how those work, but anyway, they have a grocery store, and to me, that's essential. If I have to drive somewhere for clothes or whatever, that's, or hardware or any of that, that's inconvenient, but I can live with it. But I want to be able to buy food. So I'm going to take you, I'm filming a driving video, so I'll probably take you up the main street. I don't know if I'll put it in here or if I'll put it in the driving video or both. And then I'll take you to the Abbey, and then we'll get back on the interstate and get to Dickinson so I can grocery shop and go home, because I want to get home. So right now I'm at the Richardson Abbey. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know all the rules about being a monk and so on. But anyway, this is a pretty impressive building. It used to dominate the view of Richardson from the interstate but over here there's a whole bunch of grain bins that block the view. So anyway, I'm going to get you closer. I guess they do tours. I don't know much about it, honestly. I'm told it's very nice inside. But dwindling population, that seems to be a thing. You know, I'll just be honest and a little blunt. If I were Catholic, priesthood or monk stuff would not appeal to me. That whole celibacy thing, no, not for me. But they did create some interesting architecture. So I'm gonna get you a closer view here. I'm trying to foot zoom. Not always the best. They used to have a very large Catholic school here. In fact, there was the thought that it would take over for the public school. That's part of why I've been told, I don't know if it's true, that it was such a poorly built building. But the Catholic school is gone. That's kind of a trend. Families are getting smaller, and a lot of private schools have closed. The one in New England has become a jail. The one here, I don't know what's done with it, but just kind of a cool old building. You know, one of these days I need to get in there and actually tour it. Maybe that'll be a summer thing. So, don't know much about it. Gymnasium over there. And apparently there's another place kind of west of here on the highway, not on the interstate, but on the highway, where they have nuns. Maybe I'll try going by that. I don't know. Oh, there, you can just barely see the tops of the grain elevators that block the view coming from the west of the Abbey, which is too bad. Okay, bells. Westminster chimes, I think is what that was, but I don't think those were real bells. I'm pretty sure that was a speaker. Most churches, that's what they do nowadays. You'll find a few with real bells, but just not so much of a thing anymore. So what I think I'm going to do is take this driving video west, just on a little ways on this highway, as far as Taylor, and then get back on the interstate. That, by the way, I'm going the wrong way. That, I believe, used to be the hospital or the school, I'm not sure. As I said, I'm not Catholic and not really from Richardson. I just don't know much about all this. So, yeah, just a neat little spot if you ever get the chance to stop to try out. And that goes for me too. I need to stop and try it out sometime when it's open. All right, I am here at, just look and make sure I don't open my door in front of somebody. I'm right here at the Abbey, or sorry, monastery they call it. So I've just learned something. This is actually where the nuns are, and yet it's called a monastery. So interesting. I'll show you the sign here. And here comes some motorcycles. There they go. So this is the monastery. So I'll show you the sign first, then I'll zoom in on it. So, Sacred Heart Monastery, Benedictine sisters, founded in 1916. So apparently a monastery can be for monastery can be for nuns. I did not know that. And the monastery itself is back this nice street. Whoops, sorry, too far. Okay, not good at zooming. So anyway, that's the monastery. It's fairly modern looking, and I'll just show you over to the side here. There you have some windmills, not turning. That's one. The other one is on the other side of it and also not turning. So again, I'm not Catholic. I don't get that whole idea, but you know, it's not my life, it's their life, and you know, a lot of good has come out of those places. A lot of bad too, just like anything. I need to cut my leash. I have all this cord here that I just need to figure out, so yeah, work on that. By the way, yeah, some people have wondered about this. I'm going to quick show you my dash cam since I'm here. So the dash cam just basically mounts by a suction cup right there on the mirror. And yeah, not much to it. It's pretty wide angle. I don't like that for showing a North Dakota landscape, but it's awesome for the Black Hills. So I don't know, horse apiece, I guess. Alright, so this is the Taylor Elementary School. It is part of the Richardson Taylor school system. The elementary is in Taylor, the high school is over in Richardson. I haven't heard what's going to happen after they build the new school, so that'll be interesting. I'm going to head off now to another surprise. So I'm going to show you something different. This is what makes Taylor famous. If you drive along the interstate, this is why you will see signs for Taylor. I haven't been to it in a few years, but I did put a video up about it way back. But there's a competing event that happens on the same day in my hometown, which I usually feel like I should go to. So one year I may just skip it and come up here again. So Taylor is host to the annual Horse Fest. It's all exhibits of horse-powered agriculture. Let me just show you the grounds up there. Closed, of course, right now. It's not a year-round thing. I accidentally turned myself off there. All right, so this is the grounds of the Horse Fest. It's a horse-based agriculture. They have all kinds of exhibits, basically horse stuff. And they do a parade. No candy is thrown at this parade. It's all horsey type, agriculture-y type stuff parade. And they demonstrate tin and so on. I have a video of this that I took years ago. I'll put a link. And of course, it's a very small event. You know, it's a small town. Taylor is not big at all. That's why they just have an elementary. But anyway, I'm going to head back out on the interstate now, head to Dickinson grocery shop. I'll have to finish this up and talk about the future of the channel later.